Challenges in making the film, clearly, as we've said, the GMO is a very controversial subject, so that's a challenge in itself. But the bigger challenges really were how broad the subject is and how do we figure out how to turn that into hopefully an engaging and entertaining film. So that was probably the biggest challenge, finding the right scientists, trying to get both sides of the conversation, people that were pro-GMO and pro the science and people that were against it. And I think we found a fascinating mix of those in the film and let them speak for themselves. So there's some people that wouldn't allow us to interview them, like Vandana Shiva, but we had plenty of footage of her as well to use in the film.
Ces criminels de guerre, qui sont devenus des empoisonneurs, sont dorénavant des criminels d'OGM.
And then in terms of controversies, difficulties and controversies after the film, there were two people that were in the film that attempted to say that they were quoted out of context, Marion Nestle and Michael Pollan. And I don't care to speak about this too much because it becomes a he said, she said thing. All I can tell you is that they were not quoted out of context.
Je ne crois pas que les OGM soient dangereux à la consommation. On n'a aucune preuve que les produits qui sont actuellement sur le marché aient causé quelque problème que ce soit.
J'ai toujours fait attention à ne pas dire « ce sont des aliments dangereux » et je ne crois pas que cultiver la peur puisse aider.
I treated them with great respect, as I did every other person in the film. And sadly, I think they're failing at their own confirmation bias, right? That they saw that the film was scientifically sound. I hope they saw that the film was scientifically sound because it is. And we have the science on our side and the scientific experts on our side to support that. But it also supported what they saw as big ag. And I think that was frustrating to them. And instead of saying, this film is exciting because it is trying to put a stake in the heart of fear-mongering around GMOs, but I hope Scott in his other films will take on other aspects of big agriculture. That would have been a fine response. But they attempted to call the film propaganda and said they were quoted out of context. So I will use the wonderful sociologist Jonathan Haidt in responding to them and say that a slur is not an argument. And that's very, very important because a slur just says, don't trust that film. That film is propaganda. That's not evidence to show that you shouldn't trust it. So I challenge Michael Pollan, Marion Nestle. I've written to them many, many times. I will speak with them publicly about this film anytime, any place. So we really tried to let the characters in this large world of what is GMO, what is farming, speak for themselves and use that in as honest a way as possible.